Boy, today is going to be a long video. I'm showing you all the bourbon I got over the last 3 months. Let's get into it. Hello everyone, welcome back to Brad's Bourbon Reviews. I'm Brad, and today, very different type of video for you guys. Thought it'd be fun to kind of go through this. I didn't realize how much I had collected over the last 3 months. Basically, I'm going back through like mid-December to now kind of mid-March. December, January, February, March. So I guess it's 3 months. We're gonna say 3 months because it was basically the end. And I've had all these with the exception of one that I got today since then. So let's go ahead and jump on into it. By the way, these are in no particular order of like rarity or anything like that. It is strictly just stuff I've gotten. You will see all the goodness that I've been lucky enough to find. And I got all of these at retail. First up, I got this last Friday at Total Wine. It is, I thought it was gonna be a single barrel pick, but it's not, but it's an E.H. Taylor single barrel. So still a great find. I have one of these already. I'm gonna, even though they're single barrels, I'm probably gonna just wait till this one runs out and save a little bit so I can compare the two. But I really like the E.H. Taylor single barrel. You don't really find them very often, and it was 55 bucks. How do you not? Next up, I got a Stag 23C. This is a backup bottle of Stag 23C. I've already done the review of it. Phenomenal batch of Stag. It's really solid. If you could find one of these, obviously grab it. Stag's popular and hard to find for a reason because it's really good. Next up, I got this bottle in an allocation drop in North Carolina around Christmas time. May have been closer to New Year's. But this is the Jack Daniel's twice barreled special release Heritage Rye. This bottle's incredible. You can always tell if I really love a bottle and I don't have a backup of it. If it doesn't really get too far down, I really nurse these hard to find bottles because I don't think I'll ever get one of these again. This is a 2023 release. If you happen to stumble across one of these, grab it. They're great. Next up, I'll do these together. This is Jack Daniel's 12-year batch 2 and Jack Daniel's 10-year batch 3. Don't need to say anything other than, of course, these are great. I think I like the Jack Daniel's 12-year better this year. But Jack Daniel's 10-year batch 2 is still my favorite of all the batches I've had. This was 80 bucks. I found this at a Walmart, the 12-year, for $80. Jack Daniel's 10-year batch 3, I think I got this in a trade. We'll keep it going with some Jack Daniel's. This is another bottle I got during the allocated drop in December. I've already done a review on it. This is one of my favorite Jack Daniel's products of all time. Jack Daniel's Eric Church single barrel. I love these. If you happen to see these, grab them. Don't go crazy and spend a ton of money, but grab these. These are really solid Jack Daniel's products. I would put it up there with the 10 and 12 for my personal opinion of how good it is. Bring it down a little bit. We've had some heavy hitters already. We're not even a third of the way through this. This is one that I was happy to get just because it's kind of a slam dunk. And I wanted one for the shelf. Didn't have a cash strength. It was a win-win. 42 bucks, you can't beat it. Actually, you can. You can beat it. This isn't that great. All right, moving on to the next one. I got a backup of Weller Antique 107. This is from Canada, actually. My friend Nicole got me this. She lives in Canada. Thank you very much. Really solid. If you've never had Weller 107, I guess go to Ohio where it's everywhere, apparently. Try to find one of these. Do not spend an arm and a leg. On to the next one here. Another Total Wine find. This is a Total Wine single barrel. I really like this. It smells fantastic. Tastes fantastic. Again, this was 45 bucks, I think, at Total Wine. No brainer. When you see this label, grab it. This one's a fun one. I haven't done a review of this yet, but this is Hemingway Rye. Now, I was at my buddy Robert Fernandez's house, and I had been drinking with him for a while that day. And then someone comes in and said, he told me that, I can't remember the details. I apologize. Robert, comment down below, let me know what the details were. He was a co-founder of Hemingway or works for Hemingway Rye. I tried this just after I had tried the Thomas H. Handy for 2020, I think was the year. Robert, again, correct that if I'm wrong down below. And this stood up to it, man. This Hemingway Rye is really good. I'm a huge fan of this. So if you see this, I know it's a little pricey. I'm telling you, man, this holds up. I haven't done a review of this yet. This stands up. This is a damn good rye. All right, on to the next one. More Jack Daniel's. This time this is a Jack Daniel's Legacy Edition. I will open this at some point after I get a backup. There's nothing super special, but I like the look of it sealed. It'll be one of the few bottles that I don't open unless I get a backup of it, because I do want to try it. But it's not that much different. It's just 86 proof Jack Daniel's as opposed to 80 proof. So I don't expect too much out of it when I do ultimately try it, but it's cool to have, and it's a great bottle to have on the shelf as far as looks go. My Jack Daniel's collection is really coming along nicely. Moving on, I got a few backup Blantons. I think I have 2 backups to these now. This is not the one I got as backup. This is an open one that I didn't want to have to dig it out of the closet. But I got 1 Blanton's regular single barrel, and then I got a few of these Blanton's Special Reserve. These are Canadian exclusives. They're not great, but they are really cool to have on the shelf. It's something super unique. It stands out. The label looks really pretty in this green. I'm very happy I have these. Moving on next, this is one of Holly's bottles. We're gonna start collecting all these Smoke Wagon special releases. They do one for Halloween as well. So we got the Halloween one and Christmas one. I should have had this one out too. These are cool. I don't know if they're any good. We haven't opened them yet. These are just something that she attached herself to and she likes it, so we're gonna be collecting these going forward. All right, moving on to the next bottle, 1792 Sweet Wheat. I was very happy to try this. Someone sent me a sample a while back. I really enjoyed it. Might be my favorite 1792 product. I really like the Sweet Wheat. It's really, really good. I got this at Frugal. It was $43, I think, plus tax. You are in the right place at the right time. Frugal McDougal can slap. And this was one of the times I just got lucky. Up next, only one of these will be mine, and I think I'm leaning towards the 7-year, the Ben Holiday 7-year single barrel, and the Ben Holiday 6-year Rickhouse proof. Both okay. I like this one a little bit better than this one. But these are my buddy Brandon's, and I'm gonna keep one of these. We just haven't decided which one yet, so I included them both. Next bottle here, I got a few bottles of Traveler. This stuff was sitting around like crazy. I really didn't think it was going to. I thought this was gonna be a little harder to come by. I like this more than most people do. I think it's okay. I think it's a little overpriced for what it is. It doesn't bother me. I think it's good. It's a cool collab. I wish they were a little more transparent about what's in this. But what's in the bottle's fine. And if you don't like it, that's totally fine. I just think it's better than some people think it is. More Jack Daniels. Next one is 2 of the 4 that I got from Brandon Distillery Series. This one is whiskey finished in añejo barrels. This one is Distillery Series Selection 12, Oloroso Sherry Cask. This one's a banger. I got 2 more coming, so stay tuned for those reviews. Make sure you follow along so you don't miss them. All right, we are winding down here. These last 5 are some heavy hitters, all right? Next one up, I got Old Forester 1924. Big fan of this bottle. Do I wish it cost less? Of course, I wish everything cost less, but I don't think, like I said in my review, I don't feel robbed at the price. It's gonna affect me buying another one if I see one though, because it is just so expensive. So happy I got the 1924, but let's move on to the next bottle. Next up, I finally got my hands on an El Martili. This bottle has been evading me like crazy. I actually really liked the bottle. I wasn't expecting a ton from it, but it's just really, really good. I really enjoy it. Slightly better Blanton's. It is a single barrel, so maybe I just have a really good barrel. I don't know. I'm a bigger fan than some people. Some people really don't like this bottle, and I think it's just because of the price this thing fetches. I've only ever seen it in person one time, and I actually bought this in the ABC Vault, so I didn't even see this in person. But the time I did see it in person, it was $5.99 on the shelf, so that's crazy. But I got mine for 43, 45 bucks, something like that in the ABC Vault, so happy to have this added to the shelf. Just a few left here. But this is my Wild Turkey 12-year. I got this in a trade with Robert Fernandez. I think he traded me. Yeah, we did a trade for this. I was going to pay for it, but we ended up having bottles that we both wanted, and we traded and made it work. This is one of my all-time favorite bourbons. Wild Turkey 12-year is my favorite Wild Turkey product, period. I really, really like Wild Turkey 12-year. It's one of my favorite bourbons ever. This will be in my top 10 bourbons of all time. All right, last 2 here. You ready? Bought this for $112, I think, in North Carolina. Old Fitzgerald Bottled and Bond 10-year. Haven't opened it yet. I'm not really waiting for anything in particular. I think I'm gonna wait to open this until I have some family that's coming in April. And this one and the next one, I think we'll wait to open for them when they're here. But I cannot wait to do a review of this. I've had this once before at Southern Spirits when they did like a tasting, and it's banging. I cannot wait to open this bottle and try it again and really do a deep dive into Old Fitz 10-year Bottled and Bond. And last but not least, I got this today. You know who you are. Thank you very much. I got a George T. Stagg. I've already tried this. I tried this last week with Rob Fernandez when I got him one. I found him one at a decent price. So this cost me $127, which means this bottle was $5 cheaper than my George T. Stagg. When you put that into comparison and the difference in quality and how good this is versus this, still a damn good bottle, but I've tried this. This is phenomenal. But I'm gonna save this, I think, until some family gets here in April, and we'll open it then and do a review. All right, everyone, thank you for watching this video. I really appreciate it. Comment down below what bottles you were able to get in the last few months. And while you're down there, leave a like and subscribe, and I will see you on the next one. We are so close to 1,000 subscribers. Make sure you don't miss anything. Hit that subscribe button. I'll see you in the next one. Until then, cheers.